what have I done? You know what sounds like fun? Breaking the limits of a game. You know what sounds more fun? Is cramming so many slimes that PETA will put me in the most wanted list.
I do none.
So that is what I did. Not the most wanted list, just the game engine's limits. That's what I totally meant. It took 2 hours and a total for 4,000 slimes in a single area. All it took was catching my PC on fire, and killer lag barely got me. Despite the hiccups, I still managed to beat my record. Join me as I tell you the tale of how I managed to successfully somewhat
Why are you running? You owe me money.
managed to corral 4,000 slime and multiple corrals in a single area. Let's get ranching. My journey began by the discovery of a mod called Mod Framework, a mod that not only aids you in breaking the game, but also allows you to become a
God.
spawning, clipping, and even gives you an infinite amount of money if you wanted to. The downside though, in the beginning, the game limits you on how much inventory you can add to a single slot. Let us say that you wanted to spawn 100 slimes in your slot. Well, you need the tank boosters to do that. Oh wait, it's not like I downloaded a mod that will give me infinite amount of money. And so I did. I bought the Tank Booster Ultra from the 7C Rewards Club, and I began my road to instant hell. For every 100 pink slimes that I back out, I write a checkmark to keep track of things. Rinse and repeat, right? Well, that's when the problem began in the 500 slime mark. The first thing is that I might have accidentally left a red plort laying around my ranch, because a pink slime became a largo. He was a very hungry boy. No big deal. Another issue is that minor lag began to show its ugly head, something that it becomes more apparent as I went on. At one point in my 900 mark, it became so bad that I had to turn all my settings to the lowest. It helped a little, but not much. Despite these minor problems, I marched on, hoping to beat my record. In an older video I did to celebrate me reaching 4,000 subs, I decided to attempt corralling 4,000 slimes from the wild. Unfortunately, that didn't go as planned due to Unity's limitations. In total, I could only wrangle about 1,200 slimes. This was before when I learned about Mod Framework. At the 2,000 mark, the limits of the engine were beginning to show. My FPS was dropping so fast that it seems that I was playing the game on a potato.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Slime Rancher.
running on potatoes.
What is worse is that many of these slimes were coming loose. They would jump out of the corrals, and I would try to either put them back or place them in a less crowded corral. In the 2,500 mark, it became more frustrating as I went along because I was now finding with my frame rate. I swear, it felt like I was in a recreation of my brain during college exam finals. Around the 3,000 mark, I was slowly losing hope because there was hardly no room. Good for the slimes, but not for me. It wasn't until I found a trick that will allow me to grab more of the hyper balls of chewing gums. Instead of stuffing all of them on top, I instead vacuumed them out at the edge of the grill. This open space allowed me to place more slimes than I would have on top. At that moment, it brought me more joy than I felt in a while. Eventually, when it's said and done, all slimes, were present in the corral. Did I violate every health rule in the book?
My God. This restaurant prides itself on being healthy. That does not look healthy. That is dry, and they are disgusting.
Perhaps. You must be wondering, why would I put myself such a struggle in corralling so many slimes? Well, that's a very good question. The simple answer is, why not? I was more curious to see the limits of the Unity's engine, to see its limits on how much slimes can be in one single area. At one point of the experiment, I wanted to just have a lot of slimes roaming around the area without corrals. However, I was more concerned of them jumping off the cliff that is right next to your home. I want to keep count of how many slimes in an area. Having a cliff right next to you won't really help with that, will it? Regardless, I'm more than likely going to do that anyway. Or I could do something pure evil, is release Tor and see how much I'm a massacre, as well as how many Tors can spawn with how many 4,000 slimes? Yeah, at that point my computer will be destroyed. Or, if you guys prefer, go with the more tamer route, is essentially release all the slimes, let them roam around the ranch, and I'll pump out more slimes and see how many I could place in my ranch. I just hope my computer can handle it. So that's my little story adventure of how I corralled 4,000 slimes. If you want to see more of these sort of experimental slime rancher videos, let me know down below. Like always, stay wiggly.